Hi. Welcome to the bedroom, the boudoir,
in the Heron House,
where the magic goes down. Well, no, we're sitting in the spare room, but that's a story for another time. How are you today? I hope you're having a good Monday. I hope you enjoyed the FA Cup action at the weekend. I thought it was an ideal time to steal Roosh for a chat and talk about Up the Villa!
UTV.
Up.
We're the famous Aston Villa and we're off to Wembley. We're not actually yet. The draw's tomorrow. I don't know if it's midday, after 12. So it'll be interesting, it'll be fun, exciting.
It's very interesting. Now, there are one of three options here on the table for you that will get drawn out of this hat. Brighton, Chelsea, Manchester United. Before we get to that, let's just talk about Manchester City being Aston Villa's bogey team of the season. What is it? What is it that they can... I mean, you guys were good yesterday. You know, you had it on the FA Player app. But City couldn't break them down defensively.
I don't know what's happened this season with City. It's just one of those things, and obviously the first game of the season we started so brightly. City got back into the game and I was sitting in the stand, obviously, because I wasn't playing because I'm always injured, so I'm just like a fan, spectator, and I was sitting in the stand going, well, we've blew it now. No, we didn't. And we somehow clung on, got another goal, won the game, and then we played them away. We get the draw again. That was tough, but we took a point out of it. So then before this quarter final, you're going, we played them before. I think there was that bit of belief.
We can do this.
But at the same time, you're going, they're going to want to come out and absolutely kill us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But the girls were fantastic. They played so well. A couple of times we sort of had to ride out the storm a little bit. City had a couple of chances. I think in the second half, Chloe Kelly had a good chance. There was another one in the box. Hannah made a big save at one point. Few big blocks in there. I thought that Rachel Corsie and Anna Patton were outstanding.
Oh.
I actually texted both of them after because I thought they were absolutely solid.
What was it about them that was so outstanding?
Well, for Patsy's, obviously she's been out the squad for 3 games. Can't remember how many. So obviously she's been frustrated waiting to sort of get back in, but it's tough because when
there's so much quality.
It's one of those ones. So she's been waiting for a chance. And
you know the feeling. Like, it's hard when there's a competitive squad.
Yeah.
Doesn't help that.
But Patsy, even though at training, you can see she's been, I like to say, pissed off. She's been a wee bit peeved off, and
she's letting that good aggression out.
And she sort of carried it into the game. She hit the ground running. She was strong. I get big blocks. Every time she was on the ball, she just looked comfortable, confident, relaxed. And I was just really happy to see it. And then she actually got kind of the assist. She gets her head on the cross. It was a free kick. She gets her head on it, knocks it down, and I think Dan Turner's in about there, and it just drops to Rachel Daly and she pokes it in. So It was fantastic stuff.
Brilliant.
You know, but you were watching some documentary about a missing aeroplane.
MH370. It's nothing really to laugh about at all. It's not a laughing matter. It's a good documentary.
Just thought you would have watched the Villa game with me. But
I did, but you were I had live commentary on the couch next to me.
Fine.
I can do it all.
Okay.
Okay. Please don't take me as some sort of fake plastic fan, okay? I was definitely part of it, and I will be at Wembley, by the way. Let's talk about the idea of the draw then. Brighton have had, no disrespect to Brighton fans whatsoever, but their run's been okay. You know,
they've had a nice run.
Yeah, a nice run.
They've still had to win the games and they've done that.
And under the circumstances that they've had a coach going out, Amy Merricks, I think, should get that Brighton job. The fact that they're through to a semi-final now of the FA Cup and have won their last game since she's coming in charge, I think the players are used to her and they would have stability with Amy Merricks. Chelsea, routine win, unfortunate for Reading. You know, they've had a tricky season as well. And Manchester United, who played against Lewes, which was 3-1 to United, but a brilliant game. I mean, Lewes are good. I mean, they've got a lot to take away from that, you know.
Yeah. I've not seen any of that game myself.
Brilliant.
So I did see the Lewes goal. She took it well. Took it really well. I'd said I was doing a wee interview with you on air before the game, and I'd said the dripping pan, I was like, it's going to be a nightmare pitch. It's going to be a bog. Looked like the pitch was absolutely banging. Looked like there was lovely green grass and it looked in delicious nick. So the pitch didn't really come into play, which actually probably suited United more. probably been able to dominate their play a bit on Lewis. But that's it. You see the difference in levels between the WSL teams and Championship teams. Obviously, Championship teams love getting drawn against WSL teams because it's a chance to compete and see where you're at against them. And United have been in great form, so it would have been a very tough game for Lewis. But I think credit to them.
Yep.
They seem to put on a bit of a good show for themselves, and they've scored against United, so they'll be happy.
I actually spoke to girls on the ball today, and Rachel said how she felt the scoreline almost ever so slightly flattered United.
Oh, really?
You know, so one to watch back for sure, but Manchester United go through the semis. So what's your dream route for Aston Villa, and what have the girls been saying about it today in the group chat?
We've been really quiet, in fairness. It's actually been really quiet. Last night there was a few yippies, and then the girls they were off today, do their own recovery, and they have got an extra day off tomorrow as a little reward, just to sit and rest and recover. And then all the injured girls are in, so I'm fuming. But I've had a couple of days off too, so it's fine. But today it's been all quiet. It was Sarah Malin's birthday, so it was just happy birthday, Sarah.
Made sailing,
yeah.
Made sailing.
So that was that. But everyone's quiet. But it'll be interesting to see what it's like when everyone's in a Wednesday. But then it's done. Buried. Yeah. We move forward. It's on to the next game.
I know. Who's your next game?
Leicester,
interesting.
At Villa Park, actually, so that'll be good.
So could be another 3 points on the board.
That's the plan. Here's hoping. Won't be easy. Willie Clark's got them, I think, doing all right now, so it's going to be a tough game.
Had a big chat with Emil Hiskey the other day, didn't
you?
I? Yeah, I had him on the old 1-to-1. Good guy. And it's difficult, the jobs of when you're Leicester and they're putting the money in and the investment in, but the pool is small. And you're just fighting. You're fighting for points now. I actually really enjoyed the conversation with him. 90 Min Talks is going to put that on Wednesday, I think. So look out for that. 90 Min Talks on the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. But I wanted to put it out into the universe that a trip to Wembley on the 3rd of May.
I don't know when the date is. It's probably nearer the end of May, I would say. It's normally like the last game of the season.
Brilliant.
I'm pretty sure. So you're off your chops talking nonsense.
I'm thinking the 3rd of June is the Champions League final.
You said May.
May. Alright, no, it's not that.
So it's definitely the end of May at some point.
Okay.
It's normally like the week after the final game of the season or something like that.
Tomorrow, you guys might draw Brighton, and that's, again, no disrespect. Anything can happen in these games, cup competition. But let's say you make it past Brighton. I'm thinking, Chelsea, Villa.
I love how you're just making up these scenarios in your head.
But quite often those scenarios come out rightly.
We don't know. But whoever we get...
if you get Chelsea, you're toasting.
So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
One last thing I'd like to run past you before I get chopped out the room. Rachel Daly, Bonnie Shaw. I think clubs buy them out of their contracts this summer. So good. Doing their job. Just doing it every week.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Bunny's obviously Man City, and they'll not be happy. They'll be wanting to. Well, I mean, they've not won the Conti Cup. They're out the FA Cup. They're obviously. Can they even win the league? They'd need to win the rest of the games, and maybe they need the result to go their way. I'm not really sure. I need to see. So, like, for them, they'll be looking and saying they've underachieved this season. So. Bunny's obviously going to be high in demand, which what State City, because there's part of a project. They've got their attacking line is frightening still.
I know. And Rachel Daly, I look and go, she'll still have another year in her contract anyway, won't she?
So I was kind of weirdly winding up Carla last week, saying that like people are going to be
sniffing
looking
around
at Rach, but well, and rightly so, because she's a proven goal scorer. She's done it in the States for years, and she's came back here first season starting up front in the WSL and. She was last in the WSL. Obviously, she went to West Ham, but she was playing fullback majority of the time. But she's come in and she's just banging in the goals. She's a goal scorer.
And if I'm Wiegman, she's my striker. She's my striker at the World Cup. I don't know actually how she can debate it. Alessia Russo is my favourite, you know that. But her record doesn't compare to Daly's. It doesn't.
Different teams, different. I think Russo's obviously going to be quality, but for me, I see Rach obviously day in, day out. And she's hungry for it. She's mature. She's looking for that opportunity, and I think if she's playing up top, look, and you can argue the same for Russo. They both scored goals, but I think if Rach is getting the delivery and the service, she's scoring goals. Interestingly enough, there's like stats on matches, and say it's like your XG, like, so your amount of chances you get per game, and Rachel's probably getting the least chances compared to all the strikers in the top clubs.
Mm-hmm.
But she's scoring more, so
with
she's technically yes. So I think if she gets more chances, she's probably going to score more goals. She can finish. She's fast. She can get in behind. She can link up.
And does she finish her lunches at the training ground?
No, some she leaves like her peas and that. Her plate.
She leaves her peas?
Aye. It's shocking.
Gosh.
Right. Do you want to hear my song?
Go on.
For her? Yeah. Oh, hey, Rachel Daly, the fella gets excited when we see you play. It's strange that this feeling goes more and more, but we've never seen a player like you before. Oh, hey, Rachel Daly. Wow. It's a Rio Hatati song from Celtic.
Oh, right. Have you sung it to her yet?
Yeah, she knows it. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
She loves it.
You heard it here first. One more thing before I go. Shows your knee.
Oh, it's all plastered up.
Shows your knee. Get your knee out for the lads. Get your knee out for the lads. Here it comes.
Oh, gee, you've put me under pressure now.
Don't worry, take your time. Don't injure yourself in the process. Don't break a nail.
It's like a wee... I'm not allowed to say what it looks like on air, am I? Because you'll probably have to delete it.
What, like a wee sewn up vagina?
Aye, and wee pubs. So that's that.
She's pretty deep, but she's getting there.
Yeah,
closing up nicely. Lovely.
Thanks for that,
Risha. Thanks for your time.
All the best. Goodbye.